Hello and welcome to Lesson 7 of National 5 Computing Science, Database Design and Development. Today we're looking at implementation. We're going to take a quick look at a relational database management system, and we'll look at the tables, the relationships, and we'll talk about referential integrity. Let's jump in. So here is my relational database. I'm using Microsoft Access as my management system. I know that not all schools will be using Microsoft Access. If you would like to see the same tutorials done in a different system, let me know and I'll try and get those done for you. In Microsoft Access, on the left-hand side, you can see all your Access objects here in this sort of side panel. If you can't see any objects here, it might be that they're hiding. So you can click on this drop-down and you can choose all Access objects, and they're over here on the left. You can see I've got two tables. I've got a Walker. A Walker has an ID, forename, surname, email, and home address. The ID, the Walker ID, is the primary key. This is how you identify a Walker. If two Walkers had the same name, you could identify them by their ID. The other table is the dog table. Each dog has an ID. They've got a name, a breed, and a Walker ID. Each dog that is registered with this database must have a Walker related to it. Let's take a look at the Walker table again. On the left-hand side, you may have noticed that there are all these pluses. This is Microsoft Access allowing me to open up the relationship effectively. So Drew Elvie, this is Walker number 12, walks all of these dogs. So we've got Greta, beautiful name, and Zeus the Frenchie, brilliant. If we go to Greta the Shih Tzu, that's dog ID 18, we'll go here, go to dog ID 18, you'll see that they are related to Walker 12, which is the one that I just opened up here. Another way to see these relationships in Microsoft Access is to go to Database Tools and click on Relationships. You'll see here it's kind of like an entity relationship diagram, but I think it's much better. We've got the link here. This is one to many. You can see it's Walker ID that links them. We've got the primary keys, Walker ID and dog ID. We've got the entity names, the table names, all the fields that are here. Brilliant. If you want to see the data types of the fields in this table, you can go up to View here. We've got this design view here with the set square and the ruler. Or you can click on View and choose Design View. Both work. Here we can see the data types. We can see that Walker ID is a primary key by looking at that key icon in the left-hand margin. And we can do the same with dog. We can open it up, go to Design View, and there we can see all the data types. This is why I like Microsoft Access for this, because you get a good visual representation of the relationship between the tables. You can see the data types in this way. I think it's a good system for learning. Now, I mentioned earlier we would talk about referential integrity. This is when two tables are related and one table contains a value from the other table. So in this case, Walker ID, that comes from the Walker table, but it's in the dog table. That means that these tables are related. If I were to try and delete a Walker, let's say, for example, I tried to delete Drew Elvie here, it wouldn't let me, because then all of this data that's in the dog table would need to be deleted as well. Let me show you. So if I try and delete this Walker, it won't let me. The record cannot be deleted because the table dog includes the related records. This is referential integrity. If I want to delete Drew Elvie, I have to delete this person's ID from all of the related tables. So I would have to go into the dog table, find all the 12s and delete them from here, and then I could go back and delete this record. That's referential integrity. If your database hasn't enforced referential integrity, that could be a problem, because I could go to the dog table and I could say that my dog is being walked by Walker number 4,561,000, blah, blah, blah. And that would be a bad thing because that Walker doesn't exist. It won't let me do it here because I do have referential integrity enforced, and this is why. So I can't add phony data and I can't delete any records that would cause an error in my database. So there you have it, my relational database management system, Microsoft Access, how you can see the tables, their design views, and the relationships between these tables. Next time we're going to take a look at creating queries.